the first section that we have talks about hourly pay. So I haven't had a chance to look at yet your questionnaires I had you guys do yesterday, but how many of you have a job? Quite a few of you? Hey, Cody, if I remember right, did you work at McDonald's?
Yeah.
At one point, where do you work now?
Planet
Planet Pizza. You get hourly?
Yeah.
What do you get? Do you mind if you $9 an hour? And how do you figure out how much money you earned on a day? 9 times how many hours you work, right? Guess what we're doing today? That's hourly pay. So if you look at what they have on page 92, it says, some jobs pay you a fixed amount of money for each hour you work. Like Planet Pizza. For example, the local cinema might pay you $7.50 an hour to sweep up popcorn and tear ticket stubs. The $7.50 is the hourly rate. The cinema pays you per hour. Now the manager has penciled you in to work 15 hours a week. These 15 hours are important for you to calculate your straight time pay, or the total amount of money you earn for a pay period at the hourly rate. It's the important formula to remember, and I'm going to write the formula now. But those of you who do work, you know that's not, that money that you get or the money that you make is not what you take home, right?
Yeah.
Because there are other things that come out of that. We'll talk about that in another chapter. But this first one, the way that you figure it out, or what they're going to refer to it as, straight time pay. And what you do is you take your hourly rate, whatever that happens to be. Like Cody said, for his Planet Pizza was 9. So that's his hourly rate. And you multiply it by the number of hours worked. So, for instance, do you work this Saturday?
Yeah.
How many hours are you supposed to work? 5? Okay. So, for Cody's example, we're going to take his hourly rate, which, hold on, I'll go back. His hourly rate was $9. He's scheduled to work 5 hours. Maybe it'll be more, maybe it'll be less, depending on if you get busy or not. You never know. I'm guessing because it's supposed to be 90-some degrees that you guys probably aren't going to be very busy. And anybody know what 9 times 5 is? 45. So, Cody can expect that at his 5-hour shift, he's going to earn $45. Okay? That's the way that works. What do you think? Okay? Now, obviously, some of you might, with your jobs, make more than Cody at $9 an hour. I think it's starting to slow down now that stuff is going.
A lot of places are paying more than that. Planet Pizza just sucks.
A lot of places pay more than that. I know at one point, didn't I hear Taco John's is like $15 an hour or something like that if you close?
McDonald's starts at like 12 now.
McDonald's starts at 12 now? I can tell you, my first job, I started at $4.15. $4.15. That was minimum wage, or $4.25, one of the two. When I started working. Where? At McDonald's in Grand Forks. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how much mine was. But that was minimum wage back then. Minimum wage now is it 7 something? 7.50? Somewhere in there? Yeah. So, anyway, that's Cody's example for Planet Pizza, or how much you can expect to earn. Number 1 on the bottom of page 92, it says that this person's getting $7.60 per hour for 40 hours. So this would be for an entire week. Okay? So, anybody know what $7.60 times 40 is? 304? Okay. Now, just so that you guys are aware of this, because that is the problem that a lot of people have had in here before. If you use your calculator, that's fine, great. Be very careful of your decimal point. There are some times when people put it in there, and sometimes that I've seen students that don't. And then all of a sudden, their hourly or their weekly rate was $30,400. Now, if you're paying me to work 40 hours a week for $30,000, I would gladly quit and work for you. Okay, so be careful with your decimal points. A few years ago, they even had an ad on the radio for account temps, where the guy screwed up and he's like, Johnson, you're just paying me $1 million and whatever. And so he's like, I'm going to run to the bank and cash my check. So make sure your decimal points are huge. That is very, very easy to make that mistake. It's happened over the last few years that I've had consumer. Be very, very careful with your decimal points. Also, if it has a decimal point in it, like if it would have been 304.50 cents, make sure you clearly mark that 0.5 there, or 0.50. Okay? What's that? Oh, making a mistake? I don't know. I know that banks make mistakes every now and then. So then you might get, but then usually then they make up for it some other way. Okay, number 2. It says that you're going to get $7.90 and you're working 37 hours that week. So what is $7.90 multiplied by 37? 292.3. So $292.30. Everybody okay with that? This is how you're going to do this today. That's all it involves. Now, a lot of times, the first few questions, what they'll do is they'll give you the numbers right the way they look. They'll look just like that, where it'll give you the problems, or it'll give you how much your hourly pay is, how many hours you worked, and you're done. Then after that, there might be some reading involved where you have some word problems. So if you look on the next page at number 9, it says you earn $6.50 per hour and work 30 hours this week. What is your straight time pay? They are asking you to do the same thing we just did here. It's just they're putting it in word form. So be very careful with reading the words as far as how or what they want you to do. A little bit later, it even says, number 16, it says, Dominique Marzetti is a machine operator at the Donovan Manufacturing Corporation. Is that important at all? No, it's really not important. He works 37.875 hours per week and earns $9 or $9.755 per hour. What is his straight time pay each week? What are you supposed to do? Yeah, times those two numbers together. When you round in here, just so that you guys know, because you're going to have some that go beyond, when you round in here, we're always talking about money. So what decimal point do you round to? The hundreds. Because we deal with dollars and cents, right? So always 2 decimal places past the decimal is what you round to. Okay? What do you think?
Easy.
Me too. Okay? So, that being said, and your assignment is on page 92 to 93, which we've already done 1 and 2, but 1 through 17. Today, yeah. Oh, you don't even need to have that one. You can get just the other one. There's 2 different types, Trey. There's the graphing one, that's the $10 one, or there's the other one that looks like what the girls have here. That's the only one that you need. That doesn't cost you anything. You just have to sign up, and then if you lose it, then you got to pay. Yeah, I'll give you that one. The other one is for the graphing calculator, for Algebra 2 or higher. You don't need that one.